Hello, folks, and welcome back to Mindustry. We had quite the experience here, so let's go in and take a look. I'm going to go into Coastline, I think, here, which is an area that we've done. But from what I have read in the comments, and thank you all so much for the comments and all of the things, we need to do some stuff with, what's it called? A cultivator. That's what we need. So the cultivator, if we build that, last time we went through, we got some other stuff, but the cultivator, if we take a look here, that's going to allow us to output spore pods, and all we need to do is feed it water. So this is a perfect spot to do this. Should not be a big deal. I could just like slap it right here, and there's water right there. So that's what I'm going to do for right now, and we'll go in and just see what the heck happens here. So I do that, and I should, there we go, new content unlocked, which is the, well, I guess it's the actual resource here of spores. But hopefully that allows us to unlock the spore press somewhere in here. There it is, spore press. Yes! We can now do more stuff. I'm sorry, I'm excited about this because this, not having this, was driving me crazy. I knew I needed something like it based on one of the, not that one of the ones down here. We needed to research spore press. So when I researched this, which is, it costs nothing. It's 1,000 lead and 900 silicon. Ooh, it even unlocks more stuff. We get a coal centrifuge, which transforms oil into coal. Okay, so there's uses for oil. I really just thought it was going to be something where we can just shoot that and then like light it on fire or something at enemies. And then we have a plastium compressor. What the heck is that? Let's go take a look. All right, so this thing produces plastium from oil and titanium. Okay, awesome. I don't know what plastium does. We're going to find out hopefully here. It uses a fair amount of power, but doesn't require that much. It needs oil and titanium to produce one plastium. And okay, so it does that. So we can research that one because it doesn't really cost us all that much. Ooh, we get more stuff. Look at this is exciting. We have a multi-press. What the heck does that do? A multi-press compresses coal into graphite, requires water as a coolant. So we put 3 coal in, and we get 2 of those as an output. Okay, that's better than the graphite press we have, because our basic graphite press is 2 coal in, 1 out. This one's 3 coal in and 2 out. So it's just slightly better, like 50% better. Again, we can afford that, and this one we can afford, and it's going to tar fields, and we need to do some more research here. But man, oh man, I am beyond excited to have some new tech and really the spore press here, because that unlocked, which one did it unlock? It unlocked one of these. I don't know which one. Don't worry about it. It's not important. What is important is that we have a new place we can go, new things we can do. I am beyond excited with this. This thing is really slow, by the way, just because it doesn't have any water. Can I just, no, that doesn't make any sense. Not a water extractor. How about just a rotary pump? Slap that right there. We'll throw high speed right into that bad boy. And let's just do something like that. Then we don't even have to worry about that. Okay, that thing still produces really, really slow. But it has all the water it needs. It's at 100% efficiency, so I can't ask for more on that round of stuff. But I'm just overjoyed of what we have here. And there's still one last thing we need to unlock. Oh no, a blast mixer. That's new. I haven't had that. What the heck does that do? Produces compound from pyrite and spore pods. So it makes blast compound. No idea what that does. Let's unlock that. Awesome. We have new content unlocked. Beautiful. I think that core, did we get that other core? Yeah, we got the core nucleus as well. So we are like rocking and rolling here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that. Surge alloy. We have a surge alloy wall. Protects structures from enemy projectiles, periodically releasing electric arcs upon contact. Awesome. We need a lot more surge alloy for that, so we can't do that one yet. How about this one? A meltdown. What the heck does that do? Charges and fires persistent laser beam at nearby energy. Requires coolant to operate. And uses over 1,000 power. Oh man, but look at that thing. Super cool. And it says near constant, and then you can also increase the fire rate. Awesome. Has not the best range, but look at that damage. Oh man. But I do need more surge alloy for that. So we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with some of this other stuff, but I'm so excited. I'm sorry if I'm just talking here about how excited I am about this stuff, but I legitimately am pretty excited about what we have coming our way here, and that we have Surge alloy being made. Like, it's just cool. Like, this is really neat. I'm very excited about this. I'm pretty happy. We have oil here as well. What can I do with oil again? There's stuff I can do with oil. We got new stuff, right? Surge smelter we were dealing with. Plastium. What does that one do? That's oil and titanium. And with that, we get plastium. So let's just make that real fast, because we can, because we have the ability to. Let's just do that real fast. We have titanium very close by right there, so we can easily route that around, and, well, maybe not easily, but we can route it around and get it to do what we need it to do. So we're going to slap that there. We will have this go into that. And let's see here. What's the best way to route that up? Is this titanium? Oh, that's titanium on there. Okay, so we can do, it's an inverted sorter. And then I'll put a router on that as well, just to feed some of that back in to that. Okay, and for that we want titanium. Oh, I was wondering. I didn't put the right thing on there. So we're going to output that there. All right, we have new content that has been unlocked because we have more stuff that we can do now. And I think I'm going to throw that down here and then probably up on there because this belt's not really super full right now. And maybe that will be there. But let's just go through and get our base level stuff here. This is so exciting. I know those of you who've played this game before are like, this guy is a moron. This is all basic stuff. But for me, this is all very exciting. And I believe the vault will allow us to feed this stuff. Oh, that's not what I want. No. Cancel. Let me get that back to where it belongs. That should be a router. Oh my gosh, we're just screwing everything up here. Okay, let's just rebuild those routers real fast. All right. And then I'm just going to bring this down over here and up. Looks like these things are going to take a long time to make as well. But look, the goal here is just that we've done something. And I think if we feed it into the vault, it will go into the core, is my understanding. And it is. It's feeding in there. Beautiful. Again, it's super slow. That's okay. It's probably mainly slow just because we have it doing this hot mess, but that's fine. We don't really need it to go super crazy with anything right now. Just happy that we have something, and we do need to produce a little more power on this area, but that's not going to be a concern right now. We will deal with that down the road. But man, I'm excited. Actually, let's do this. Let's have this come down here like so, and then over, and then we can get rid of these, and we can put some new. We got new electricity stuff too, right? We got the differential generator, which put pyrite and cryo fluid in. Though we already had that one. What's the new one that we have? Or maybe it's in the factory that we have something new. Yeah, the coal centrifuge. That's new. Where we take oil and get coal out of it, which is cool because there's a lot of places where we don't have a lot of oil. There's almost no coal, but we can produce it with oil. Awesome. All right. But let's go just quickly plop down some steam generators, and then we'll call this one a day and move somewhere else. So throw some pumps in there. Another router. You guys are all making your power, and we are back in the plus side of the power game here. Okay. I'm ecstatic. I'm thrilled. I'm very, very happy right now. We are producing stuff, and it feels good. So taking a look here, Overgrowth is a brand new area that we have open to us. I'm not going to do that right now. I think we're just going to do something nice and light, hopefully. Nothing too big a deal. I know there's a couple people who sent some, ooh, there's another one over here. Tar fields. That one's new too. Oh my. All right, we have some new name sectors. But again, I'm not going to go crazy right now. I want just a nice, light, kind of fun area like this one. 204 low. Let's launch over there. We'll max all of our resources out and launch over. And then we can just take a look and see what our dice roll is here. Oh my. Okay. So I'm going to pause it real fast as we always do. We're going to take a look. We have some lead. We have copper. We have coal and a lot more coal up here. We have water. So this is probably going to be one where we have to defend water. Looks like there used to be some people here that had some stuff going on there. And yeah. Okay. I'm assuming they're coming from this area. There's not a ton of resources, quite honestly, for us to work with here. But luckily, because we came from an area with a lot of stuff, we have a fair amount of things to work with. And also there's a lot of coal, which means we should be able, and a lot of sand. So we should be able to produce stuff without too much trouble here. Let's go in and get started with just the pneumatic drills, because we can't do laser drills because we don't have the power right now. We will soon enough. But let's just do the basics. And we're just going to start off by making sure we get our basic stuff fed into our system here. I guess I should do the same thing with the small amount of lead deposits that we have down here. Again, I can always upgrade these later down the road if we determine that's necessary. It's probably going to be necessary because there's not a lot of resources here. But we'll do that, a little bit of that, and we'll get the base level of that stuff set up. Let's pause this real fast and just take a look here. The oil extractor requires thorium, but like there's no efficiency there, but we could do it there. And there's a blue area people are mentioning. I occasionally don't see colors real well in this game, so bear with me if I mistake blue for other things. It just, some of the coloring just bothers my eyes for whatever reason. But let's go take a look here. We need to get a Metaglass factory set up, although we have enough right now to kind of sustain us for a while here. My concern is that I don't want to set up too much of that stuff, because I got to imagine that, let's fly over and just see where they're coming from, because that's going to kind of determine what type of enemy ships or aircraft or whatever we have coming at us. Like if it's up there, it's all land, but if it's coming from like this area right here, which I'm assuming it is, yeah, see, that's going to be water. So most likely we're going to have to deal with some water enemies, which is fine. We can deal with that. We just need to get set up here to prepare for that fully. All right. So we have that. Let's get this area established. Again, I'm going to probably bring in higher quality drills and stuff here in a little bit. But for right now, this is going to set us up to do enough. And that's all I'm worried about right now, is doing enough to get our initial kind of defenses established. So we have that. We're going to have some combustion generators there. And then we're going to slap some large batteries out this way. All right, we're producing power, not a ton, but that's okay. We don't need to produce a ton right now. Our next step here is to do what? What kind of defenses do we want to mount? We're gonna have to, it's gonna be ground targets most likely. There is a chance of air targets, which we can set up over here, but I really want to block this area over here up. I think this area right in here is going to be our best defensive area. They have to come through this area, and we can set up some decent electricity and production stuff over there. So let's see what we want to do here. Do I want to start with... All right, let's get a little stupid. All right, so we have that. We don't have any titanium, but these don't actually use that much titanium to build, which is a giant plus for us. And then we can go in and protect our stuff here. And while that's doing, I just want to see, no, okay. I thought that might be the blue areas. Is it the dark blue areas? I don't know. All right, we're just getting the basics set up here. I'm okay with just bare bonesing it right now. All right, we have that. Now, this is going to be a problem for us longer term, but for right now, it's okay. I do want to talk about this area here because we need to get power out there for some of these laser drills because we can go to town. Like, we could play 3 or 4 or 6 of these bad boys. Boom, boom. Yeah, we can do a lot with that right there. And then we can use some titanium belts and bring it down. And then these ones can also come down and go over. And then we'll be able to do stuff with them. And then, depending on where we set up our defense, if we decide to set it up over here, we can actually pipe in water and defend that area pretty easily, which might be something that I want to do. But let's go in here and take a look here. We want to do a steam generator. I think we're going to just put a couple of them. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's do it like that. I'm going to just throw just a stupid number of them there for no real good reason other than that I can. And then we'll put some routers to control all of that. All right, we have that. We're going to have to bring power from very far away to get some of this stuff set up. But I also don't want it to be smacked down by the enemy units. So I'm going to kind of be a little weird here and just try to extend some of this stuff so that it hits all of the things. All right, so we have that. And then let's go in here, put on some additional blockades. Now, it's not going to do anything super short term. And I'm not trying to power these right now either. Alright, so they're powered up. Let's see what we have coming our way. Okay, it's going to be boats. I'm sure there will be air power coming in at some point during this. But for right now, we have boats. Let's just see what the boats attack. So they don't fire at any of this. They do fire at it a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we're going to need to provide, I'll pause it real fast here. We're definitely going to need to slow them down coming right through the middle there. So do something silly like that. We'll have to put on some stuff that can help us regen these guys. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a rotary pump from right here, and that should provide enough power to take all of this and route us straight in. All right, so that all has its stuff. We are using a little bit of power to get those going, but as soon as we get this area here started, we should be in good shape. So we're going to provide some power over there. We don't really need to power them all, but we're going to. And even though they're getting full power, okay. And the other thing we're going to do here is we're going to provide water to all of these and to all of these. Let's see. So pump-wise, we don't have the impulse pump, which provides just stupid amounts of water. But we have this one, which will be good enough for what we need to do. So we can do that. And then we will throw on all of these things. Now they're getting their water. It's not full up yet, but it's enough. And it's doing all the things that we need to do. This should start filling up a little bit more. And if we wanted to, we could really flood the system and just throw in stupid amounts of coal and do all of that. So yeah, now we're producing insane amounts of power. All right, that's all well and good, but we have not addressed the situation of that we don't have what we need. So we need to have a naval factory. And with that naval factory, we also are going to need to probably upgrade some of our stuff. So we have the Rizzo, which is fine. The Minky, that's fine. That one's fine. Homing torpedoes. That one's fun. And then if we go up to the next level here, we have, that's long range artillery shells. That's not going to work for us here. Fires structural repair ring streams of flame. Okay. And then we have this, whatever this does. That's awesome. But we need to start off with our Rizzo. So the Rizzo, what does that require? See, this is why I'm bad at this game, because I forget what I'm doing half the time. All right, so we need metaglass and we need silicon. Okay, so we need to set up a metaglass factory here, and then we also need to set up silicon to do all of the things that we need to do. So this requires sand and lead. All right, luckily we have all of that stuff relatively close, so we can just throw that on there. We'll throw a line of that stuff there. All right, that's all well and good. And then we'll do something like that, and then we'll bring power down to it. Not a big deal. All right. And I think while we still have all the power we need, we're going to bring lead down. But let's take a look and just see what this area here has done for us with the slight change. So again, they're not sending the house yet. They've been pretty nice on what they've sent our way. So we did hit them a little bit, but nothing enough. I think what we're also going to do here is throw some lancers down this way. And let's just add some additional batteries. Because we're pretty much full up on stored energy, and now we are not. All right, so I'm going to pause this real fast because we're going to rework this whole area. All right, let's go take a look here. our laser drill, again, I'm trying to use titanium somewhat sparingly, but not sparingly enough apparently. But we'll do that. And that should work out way better, I think. So we'll do something like that, have these come up and go over, and then we'll provide these bad boys some power. And I guess I could pipe in stuff, but... And the person that wrote me the suggestion about, on the comments, suggesting that I don't use the water extractors because they use a lot of energy. I hear you. But I need to right now because I don't have a protected area. They use 90 power. Yeah, it's a good amount of power for what they do. But for right now, it's going to be what it is. And we'll probably increase the speed of these. I feel a little better about that now. So we're doing our metaglass, and then we also need silicon, which we clearly have a lot of that stuff. So that should not be a big deal to go through and get a silicon smelter or a few here. I'm also really quickly... No, not... Is that what I want? Yeah, we can do that. Because we also need to set up graphite press. We have a couple things we still need to really knock out here. But my main concern right now also is just setting up a little bit of air defense. It's not a lot, it's not enough, but it's a little bit just for right there. And that's going to be good enough for now. So the next question is these things here. What do I want to do? Do I want to bring this belt all the way over and do all our production down in a relatively protected area, or and continue this wall kind of down? I think that's probably going to be the best option for us right now. You can see you didn't make it as far that time, which is nice. And my thinking right now is I just need to provide a little bit of faster fire. These things are just move too slow, so I can provide just a little bit of firepower to more quickly knock out some of those basic things that cause us heartache and suffering. And then we're going to go in with the laser drill and help bolster this area a little bit, because this is not producing enough for us. So I'm going to pause the game here. Get rid of all of that stuff. All right. Laser drill it up. 1 and 2. These are going to be on a fast conveyor. And we do have water pretty close, but I don't feel like it's protected quite enough yet. So I'm going to hold off on, and we're doing fine on power, right? Oh no, we are not doing fine on power. Okay. So we need more power. Let's turn these into steam generators. We can get away with a little bit here. So let's go, not water extractor. We want to go and get some pumps up here. I'm going to bring some of this down and over. I'm not actually, no. Let me cancel that. Let's get power over to that first. Well, let's, okay. So my thinking here, we can go in, we can get a liquid tank. We'll throw that like right there. And then we can take some pipe, throw it in there, just so that once we get power to all of these things, That has power. Should be producing water. There we go. That feels better. And I probably should protect that area just a little bit more. So we're getting those done. Now what I can do is I can wipe out this. And before the horror show of my decisions comes and causes us problems, we're going to throw in some steam generators. And we'll put on all of the things that we need to have to make that successful. Hopefully. All right, and we're back in the plus side of power production, which is where I want to live right now. And we could really easily, and I think I will, we're going to bring this water down to satisfy this one and this one. And then we're also going to replace this whole area. Well, okay. Do I replace this area with, let's pause this here real fast. Do I replace this area with the laser drill and just get it going fast? And then I could output this to generate some graphite and stuff for us right over here. I think that's what I want to do. But what was the cool graphite press that we have? Was it the coal center? No, it wasn't the coal centrifuge. No, it wasn't pulverizer. What was it called? It was a multi-press. That's what it was. What does it require? Coal and water. Okay, so we can do that too. All right. So that's our plan going forward here. We're going to get rid of all of this. We will address that with a laser drill or two. We actually could fit many more, but that's okay. We will throw on the items that we need to have here. So we'll do that. That's going to feed into there. We have that. And then these are going to feed down there and into that. Okay. That one needs to be a router now. We can feed this over here and down. Okay, I'm feeling good. Let's go experiment with some of our new toys here. So the multi-press. We need to feed that with two things, water and coal. And we should be able to generate graphite out of that. Or whatever it's called. Is it graphite? I don't know. Losing my mind right now. So we'll do that. That's going to come over. It doesn't need to be. Let's stop wasting our titanium. We don't need to do that. All right, we have that. Now we can go in with a router and 1 and 2. There we go. Look at that. Oh my. Oh my. It's so much. Oh man. I've never seen graphite. Oh, okay. Okay. It was a backlog. Okay, that's fine. We're good. And we're going to throw some supplemental stuff on there just to produce that stuff and be in good shape. Power-wise, we are okay. We could be better, but we're doing okay. Let's see here. Can I wall up that? I can. So the idea here is I'm going to move these guys up a little farther and use the water to feed these so that we get more, because we're barely holding on copper-wise. And I'm still worried about an air attack. We're only on wave 6, but I'm still desperately worried about an air attack. I don't want to... just don't want to play that game. I just want to make sure we're prepared. This said low level threat. I want to feel like I'm not being a moron and that I have all of my bases covered here. So we'll try our best to make sure we have the basic parts that we need to have taken care of. But I feel real good about this thing. This multi-press is awesome. The biggest concern we have with it right now is that we are fluctuating on our power production. So maybe what we do is we slow stuff down after that. And if we do that, then we return to having full usage of that stuff. And maybe that will solve that problem. I don't know. I like that it spits it out in drips and drabs, but that's fine. All right, so we have that. We're going to go in here now, and we're not going to use anything that requires electricity. We're just going to grab some pumps. We're going to go from there. I'm going to throw that one in there like so. And then we'll throw a router right there. And throw that one up there. And we look at that belt. It's full of stuff. It's beautiful now. All right. So we're doing fine with that. We still need to get our production going for the ships. We don't have any of that yet. And then we also need to... What was the other thing we need to do? Hold on. Did they... Oh, you know what they did? They knocked out our power. We're not sharing power between the two places. Okay. Now that makes sense of why we didn't have power. So our next goal, I think, is going to be to set up our silicon press. And we have our metaglass here, so we should be able to put a ship factory like right over here, somewhere in this area, because we can just take this and steal it off the side. So we're going to make our silicon smelters. Let's just do them like that. And they're all going to go that way except for that one. We're going to split them off to go a different direction, some of that, but for right now, let's come in here and do something like that. So we have that 1, 2, 3. Just need to move that one spot back. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3. Junction City, 1, 2, 3. Again, I really need to build a blueprint or a schematic of these, but I have neglected to do so far. So this way is going to come in. That's going to be our coal. So that's going to come in that way. Making sure we avoid the copper. So we have that coming in there, and then we can just set up some very simple pneumatic drills to do the Lord's work for us and bring it in that way. There we go. If we really want to, we can be annoying and just throw stuff all over there. Should be no emptiness in that belt. Okay. So that's flowing in there like so. They didn't really reach anywhere on there. This is all looking wonderful. We have a little bit of stuff getting hurt there, but nothing that I'm super worried about. If we wanted to, we could throw some menders out this way and out that way. And we're taking care of the walls. We're taking care of all of our stuff there. It looks great. All right. So that looks well and good. We have everything flowing in there. So let's go in here and get rid of these areas right here. We're going to pause this real fast while we set up our production for what we want to have here. So unit-wise, we need to have a naval factory. I'm amazed you could put naval factories on the grounds. Like, you need them on water, right? Well, I guess you could do the next level stuff. Like, if I wanted to go in additive reconstructor, I could put it there. Okay. I digress. We're going to put that right there. We need to have power to it, because right now no power is going to reach it. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to build, well, let's take a look here. We have the Rizzo, which requires silicon and metaglass, or we have this guy here, which fires homing torpedoes and repairs allied units, but it requires titanium, so that's not going to happen. Taking a look at a lot of these, this one would work too, but that's a lot. No. We're going to get Rizzo's where it's going to be. So we have to do that. We will throw on maybe just this one here. That's going to be our production to go there. All right, and then we need to split off some of this production to head out here, to go up over there, to go here, and to go there. And then we're going to output those guys like right there. And hopefully that will be good enough for what we need to do. I'm going to rearrange this a bit because this is not enough for what we need to do. So we're going to very quickly, I think I'm going to rearrange these so that it comes out 1, 2. And then on here, they'll be coming off the sides. Like so. So we'll do that. Oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. Okay, that was fine, but it doesn't account for the flow of this stuff coming up here. So we'll do that. So we'll do that. And that's going to be there. That's going to be there. And then we'll junction these ones up here. Go back and 1 and 2. And they're connected again. So they didn't have power there for a second. That's why we lost production of that stuff. And there we go. Okay. So we should be sending out full belts of that stuff. Nothing big deal there. And then we have all of that hot mess getting caught right there. All right. Feeling a little better. Building our boats. And hopefully getting a whole bunch more in return here shortly. While we are doing that, I am getting increasingly concerned about air power. So we're just going to provide some aerial defenses along our routes here. So that one will feed these here. And then we'll provide some additional air power going there, and there, and there. And I know scatters are not the best aerial defense technique here, but we don't have a lot of resources to do other fun things with. We're down 2,500 on our titanium, and I want to save that. I believe launch pads allow you to throw things into other areas, so like I could load up on titanium in one spot and throw it over to this one, but I don't think we really need to worry about that for this. It doesn't seem like it's going to be of the greatest concern to us. Oh, see? Air. That was the first time we had airships come in, to my knowledge. And these guys are getting knocked out right away. Beautiful. All right, so let's go over here. We're going to drill like crazy people for some lead, and we're going to set up a nice aerial defense network. Yeah, I'm being extra crazy right now, but I want to make sure that what we design here is going to last and that we are going to be in good shape for all of this, because this game has a way of making you crazy and just has tons of stuff, and I just want to I don't want to deal with it. And we are out of copper, which is awesome. That's a great problem to have right now. So we're going to cancel those other ones. We'll cancel that one. Cancel these. We're slowly building our navy. They're coming at us. Let's take a look and see what this battle looks like. I'm not real happy that we don't have a wall here to protect these guys, but it is what it is right now. Yeah, they're taking some pot shots. That's fine. Okay. They don't really stand much of a chance at that point. And then we can repair our units right there. It's beautiful. Okay. So now we're slowly getting some more of our stuff back. We can throw some walls in there. Scouters actually use a lot of copper for what they are. Each one is 85 copper. I didn't realize it was quite that high. And somehow we're only on round 11 here. All right, we have them. We can get rid of all this. A surge tower. I don't know what that is. I haven't gotten that far in this game yet. There's always fun things when you jump into new worlds or different things. You kind of find new stuff that you haven't experienced yet. which one of my favorite parts about this game thus far is that it always leaves you guessing of what the next thing is going to be. But our next area of concern is to make sure that we have some drills here. So that looks like it's going to be a winner for us. Alright, and we're just going to provide that one with a little water. And that should speed that thing up real fast. There you go, 4.8. Yeah. Because we need to rebuild our copper production here really quickly, because it's just not good. Silicon production is doing great. We are halfway through making our Navy. We might want to consider an Air Force as well. So basic, what is they call flares? Yeah, the basic flare is the cheapest of the units in the game. And we're going to use it to protect our this power solution down here. I probably should throw something that's air defense worthy up there as well, but whatever. It's okay for right now. And we did get some surge alloy. I'm assuming it's out of that surge tower, whatever that thing is. We got some additional defensive things out of that. And this is working out real well right now. So I'm going to just throw a nice couple of these bad boys in there, just to repair the things that have some slight damage. And let's bring on round 14. We're going to have some air guys coming in at us, it looks like. Look like we were. There they are. I knew we would have something. So he's going to come in. He's going to fly over the heart of our basic air defenses and get wiped out. Beautiful. There we go. We're doing not too bad right now. There's a lot of resources up here, like compared to a lot of this map, but there's nothing that I can really, like, if I build up stuff around here over here, it doesn't really mean anything for what we're doing, so I'm not too worried about it right now. And I'm just going to extend this out a little bit. And we'll probably bring it over here as well. We need to, our power is very important here. So we do need to protect it because all the production of our units, of all of our stuff basically is reliant on that we have electricity. Just like much of our modern world. So we need to make sure we have all that stuff in there. Gonna load those bad boys up. Again, this little area here was our first round. This is our second round. And this is our third round of air defense. Our core is horribly exposed. If they ever come in from the north, we're totally screwed. But for right now, we're okay. It will happen. Maybe we'll throw a parallax here just to feel warm and fuzzy. As we use up the last of that precious, well, not really the last of it, but because the parallax doesn't only use 90 titanium. It's actually not that expensive of a unit overall. And maybe we'll throw a couple of parallaxes over here. Just as an additional backup. You can see our factories are in full production. We are producing all of the resources that we potentially need to here. But more importantly, we also have units being produced. So we're up to 14 of 16 of our naval factories. We are at 15 of 16 of our air factories. So we're doing a good job here. They keep sending in one unit that gets knocked out before it ever reaches us. That doesn't bother us. These guys get knocked out really quickly, and then we immediately repair all of our stuff. So we're moving on to round 17 here, or wave 17, should I say. Looks like it's only a water-based unit. Again, this is a low threat area, so we're not facing bad guys like we normally do, but it's just nice to have a chance to go in and do a little bit of stuff that we haven't really had a need to do anything with. So we can do all kinds of fun stuff here. We can do cryofluid. We have cultivators, which again, all we have to do is provide them water and they make spores. And what was the spore press? The spore press, what does that do? It produces oil. Okay. And then we can make oil out of coal, or we can use it in what can we use it in? It's the scorches? No, the waves. That's it. Use it in the wave, or if we get enough, we can use it in a tsunami as well, I believe. Yes, we can use it there as well. There's no real need for that, but we could if we wanted to. So there's some options for us. We have an air unit coming in. We have some, I don't know if those are souped up or not. Wow, we have 2 air units coming in. Excuse me. I like they don't even really fight you. And then we have these guys, which... oh, they're definitely different. They have 2 guns on them. And they move a little slower than the other ones, and they got wiped out instantly. So that's good. We're around 19 right now, so we have these 3 guys. It's again the same thing that we did before. Ah, they're shooting me. I'm gonna go back and get repaired. You can see they knocked out some of the routers for our air defenses there, but again, they're not really doing any real damage to us. If we wanted to, which I'm going to because I want to be annoying. Throw in another layer of stuff, and we can throw in some lancers. Like so. Along with another layer of power and another layer of stuff to protect everything. And we are almost done here. There's not a ton that we need to knock out here. All right, so we are on wave number 20. We have 8 enemies. Taking a look, they did kind of... Nope. So they have 2 air units coming in, which will get immediately annihilated. When they travel in big hunks like that, it's really easy for the Lancers to come in and just knock them out. And if I pay attention to them, they can go through. So we've captured the sector. We did a whole bunch of technology here. I'm very happy with this session here. It's been fun to play. And more importantly, we unlocked and learned some new things, which I'm really, really excited about. And for a area that doesn't have a lot of resources, I think we did a good job of producing things and making sure this little cove was protected. So thanks for joining me. Let me know, again, what I need to do, what I need to change, how I can make my game better. But thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in a future video. Have a good one.